Yellow!
Whoa! What's up?
Whoa!
Whoa! It is around Christmas time.
We are about 6 weeks from Christmas. We're probably
6
about
weeks?
probably like 6 months. I think we're about 6 years from Christmas.
Definitely about 6 years from Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. So, welcome back, everybody. We hope you enjoyed our last week's episode. We are B is for bad. We're getting to this real quick. So, hi and bye. We're done. Goodbye.
Wow, that was really quick. That was the fastest episode we've ever had. 35 seconds on the dot. Boom.
Didn't even say
Solid.
the name of the movie.
Yep. Demon Win. Go.
Demon
Boom.
Win. Go.
Done.
All right, we're done. Bye.
Rating. What do you give it?
Well, we hope you enjoyed our last week's episode. We covered Ice Spiders last week, which just was an awful, god-awful movie. That was just
we don't
awful,
need to go
terrible.
over that.
Yeah, that is really bad. But we'll jump right into this. We are covering Demon Wind today. This is a 1980s, like, satanic thriller, I guess you could say, horror.
Yeah.
A really weird, like, almost seemed like an alien movie a little
It's like
bit.
a folk tale kind of.
It's a movie
Irish
that made
folktale?
absolutely
I don't
no
know.
sense.
It doesn't.
Whatsoever. You don't know why they do what they do. You don't know how they're doing what they do, but they just do it.
But the movie has about 58 dead bodies and a porn star demon, so
yes. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes a movie needs tits. I will say that. Like, every once in a while, if you're bored of the movie, throw a pair of tits in there and every guy's going to be like, oh, I watched that scene in the movie.
gratuitous nudity in horror is just such a
it
pillar
has to
of
happen
horror.
together.
It is part of
it. Always has to happen. If you've
Yeah.
ever seen, we might watch one of the Leprechaun movies eventually, because
hell yeah.
the first one's not really a B movie, but every subsequent one really is. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
But
second
in the-
one's got one of my favorite boob scenes, gratuitous nudity scenes ever.
was that the fan scene?
It's the one where he thinks he's gonna go towards a pair of breasts, but they're
Yeah,
like
and it's the
lawnmower
fan
blades.
No,
Yeah.
it's a giant fan that's going really fast.
Or
somehow,
whatever.
right?
I thought it was
I
a
think it's
lawnmower, but it might have been.
It might be a lawnmower. I remember
Yeah.
a giant fan, but I don't.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows?
Whatever
He
it
tears up his
was,
face doing it.
It's blades spinning in circles,
Yeah.
not boobs. It's fucking hilarious.
And that pretty much happens in every single fucking Leprechaun outside of the first one, because the first one was actually a major film, I think. Jennifer Aniston.
Well, it had Jennifer Aniston in it. I don't know if it's a major
yeah.
film.
I think it was fairly major. It was more major than some Leprechauns in space at the very least. So
Back to the hood.
back to the hood. All right, well, we're not talking about Leprechaun. We are
no, we're
talking about fucking Demon Wind. So this movie is just, I don't even know. Like, this starts with such a weird premise. Like, somebody's dad is dead from suicide. He like slit his own wrists, and for some reason he has to find out what happened. So he goes to the farm which his family has owned for like generations.
Yeah.
And that's how he's going to get his answers. And then for some reason his girlfriend comes with him, and then every single person he knows somehow comes with him.
Well, so
like, it makes no sense.
His girlfriend pushes him to reconnect with his father and find out about his past. So he does that. But then when he reconnects with his father commits suicide in front of him right away. And he, from that point on, gets a voice in his head that says,
Go home.
Go to this farm. Go to this farm. Go to this farm. He's just like a megaphone speaking in his head all the time that he can't tune out. And so for the last 48 hours, he's basically been completely ignoring his girlfriend, except for when she asks him a question, and he's like, yep, thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's like a dream scenario.
And apparently he's mind controlled, so he calls 9 of his closest friends, including his girlfriend. Whatever.
Have you ever seen what is that
Same
movie?
difference.
It's Steve Carell and Zach Galifianakis and Paul Rudd, I think. Dinner for Schmucks.
I've never seen that one, but
It's funny, and one of the guys can control minds, and the other one can control brains.
what the fuck?
It's just stupid.
That
Like,
is
you have
stupid.
mind control, well, I have brain control. Just like, it's the dumbest thing in the world, but it's so fucking funny.
And I gotta say, before we get too far into this too, the first time I watched this movie was actually in the video game High on Life.
Yeah, so this game is actually featured in High on Life, which is nice.
They paid for the entire
love.
rights to.
I'm
put
sure they
the
paid
entirety-
$35 for the entire.
Probably,
rights of
like
this
it's probably
movie.
nothing. but they paid for the rights to put it in the movie. You go to the movie theater that you could buy in the game, and you can watch like a riff tracks version of it. It's fucking hilarious.
It's so, and honestly, this movie, I was riff tracking it the entire time I was watching it alone.
Yeah. Well, and Riff Tracks does a version of it too. It's one of their famous episodes.
It's just so fucking bad. It's not even funny.
Every
so movie,
bad movie channel.
Oh, go ahead.
This movie. I was just gonna say every bad movie channel I've ever seen has touched this movie.
Yeah, because it's easy. It's such an easy movie. It seems like it's a really low budget movie. I'm not sure how much they put into it, but I'm sure it's not a lot.
$500,000
in the 80s.
I believe it was 500,000.
That's a lot of money in the 80s.
Most of the film was on short end film, or I think that's what it's called.
I don't know.
Which is basically they were rolls of film that weren't complete. They were like had bad properties or had to be cut for certain extents, and so they filmed the entire of the movie on this like shorter film. So they had to buy more of it and shit, but it was still cheaper. And they ended up having to reshoot like everything the first day because they spent 7 hours shooting everything the first day, and then the footage was all bad.
Yeah.
So then the next day they did all of the shooting in 2 hours.
Jesus. Maybe that's why it got so bad. Maybe the first shots were amazing.
It might have been, dude, but like it just sounded like this was they kept on having snow problems and like weather problems that were destroying the set, so they kept on having to re-put it back together. Like apparently they had every trouble they could have imagined have happened basically was happening with this.
Yeah. Now this movie, just to let you guys know, did have one redeeming scene for me that I actually liked kind of a lot.
Is it the beer can juggling?
No. So there is a part in this movie, and this is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen, actually, or one of them. It's when they're going to the barn and they see the skeleton with like the cow head or the something like the other head thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And like the cow head somehow like makes a tongue, even though it's just skeletons, and pulls in a girl, and like literally they're trying to hold her back and they can't, and everyone else is just watching horrified. And I'm like, holy, this is actually a really good fucking scene. Jesus Christ. And then it pulls it in and kills her. I'm like, that is a fucking death. That is a fucking death right there. That was perfect. You could not have done that better.
I think the only death that's more talked about in this movie is the death of the girl who they all are trying to escape, so they're all running away from the farm because they've seen some horrible shit now and some of the demon shit's happening. So they're trying to run away, and they go into a fog, and the fog all of a sudden like transports them somewhere else, and then transports them somewhere else again, and then 3 little girls just appear.
Girl? Yeah.
And then she talks to this
little
girl.
Fucked too.
It is. She talks to the little girl, and the little girl's like, "You're a liar!" And then grabs her, and then they both turn into a fucking doll. And then
no. Remember?
Oh yeah, she turns into a doll, and then her boyfriend picks her up, and then the doll says you're alive to the boyfriend because he wasn't supposed to let her die and get buried there.
Yeah. So right before this, she had asked him like, "If I die here, don't let me get buried here," and she like sees this girl in front of her. She screams. She turns around, starts running, and then the girl's behind her. And then the girl turns her into a doll. He picks up the doll for a second, and it says, "You're a liar." And he drops it, and then it explodes.
Yeah, just bursts into flames.
Oh my god, it was beautiful. That was actually a pretty good fucking scene too.
The fuck?
Well, and it's like none of them are worried about it too. What the weirdest part is, she turns around to run. None of them turn around.
Yeah.
None of the others turn around, and they don't turn around till after she turns into a doll. I'm like, you guys probably could have helped a little bit. And then they're not freaked out by it either, which is even the weirder part. Like, this is perfectly normal. Teenage hijinks. What are we talking about?
One other really funny scene I got to mention from the beginning of the movie that I think is just way too outlandish to not mention in this was... Firstly, like when they get to the gas station, he has that vision where he's like, "I remember seeing this in my dream, butt naked. In my dreams, it's still the same." And then they go down into the place, and the gas station attendant's like, "Get out of here, blah, blah, blah. There's no place like that, blah, blah, blah. Get the fuck out." And then they go into the gas station diner.
For a hot dog, yeah.
They go into the diner to get maybe some food or something to drink. and they like, hello? Doesn't hear anyone for fucking 4 seconds, so she starts taking off her pants and flashes her ass like in lingerie and is like, hey, I hope this would brighten your day.
Like, what is wrong with people, man? The entire opening of this movie is so fucking weird. It's like, okay, well, we need the sex appeal, and we're gonna bring it later, but we need a little bit in the beginning to keep people interested. Otherwise, they're just gonna walk out.
It starts with that 1931 fucking
that scene.
Possession.
I mean, that scene,
that was pretty decent.
It's pretty decent, but it's not amazing. Like, here's the thing that I was getting at. It's like there's these random parts in this in this movie where just you don't feel like the plot's moving enough.
No, yeah.
Like, it's just really standstillish, and it's so fucking boring because of that reason. It's so sluggish, and it's hard to get through the movie because you have these really intense moments that are about 3 to 5 minutes long, and then nothing for like 35 minutes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We got to talk about our douchey friend of the group, Dell, who...
Of course.
Immediately when
I don't know any of their names. I know Corey, I think, and that's about it.
Corey and Elaine is the main couple.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the second
Corey
couple
is the guy whose grandmother was like a witch. Dad was the suicide dude.
It goes back 4 generations.
Yeah, it's way too many generations.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It also doesn't make any sense because it's not his great grandma; it's his grandma.
Well, it's his grandma, but then it's also his his grandma actually talks about her mom, and I think possibly her grandma in the stories. So
here's what I'm saying. His grandma is what looks like a fairly old adult in 1931 when the movie first takes place.
Yeah.
Okay? Fairly old adult. Probably adult kids already, which means the dad's already been born and likely is either a young adult or in his teens, just based on the way they look, because they did look older. And
well, they said when his grandma died, he was a baby, or his father was a baby, because he was still in the hospital.
Which makes no sense, because they chose way too old of actors for this part then, because they look so fucking old. So then their baby, so he would have been born, if it's 19, what do we say, 80, 85, 86, I'm guessing?
It doesn't actually tell us what time the movie takes place in.
I think it's 60 years later, so it must be in the 90s then.
This is one of those movies that they tell you the dawning of when this started, but they don't tell you the age of that. Like, we don't know if it's the actual movie year or if you just...
No, I think in the movie they say it's 60 years later. I thought so.
Oh, maybe. I think
they do. So
remember.
It's 60 years later. So, and he's, I don't know, what would you guess? Like a teenager? Maybe like an early college guy?
In the movie? He's some adult.
Like, you think an adult? Like
I would think he's like 25 or something.
I was just guessing teenager based on the way they were all dressed and all their like hair.
They were all really kind of dumb and cheesy, but they all were driving. They all could take vacations. They all had, a couple of them were married. So I think at least 25.
That's fair. So yeah, you're probably right, in their mid-20s. So then the timeline wouldn't make sense, but they look like teenagers in the movie. That's the problem. Like, they really made them like, because teenagers are the ones who you always want to watch die.
Well, the problem is you have 8 to 10 main characters, and they all look very similar.
Yeah,
there's no distinctions between any of them besides one's a magician.
Yep.
Or 2 of them are magicians, but only one of them dresses really like a magician.
He pulls the fucking
dove out of his pocket and then throws it up and it shits on Dell's
jacket. Like, fuck!
Because, you know, magicians are so talented, he can cause it to shit on command with accuracy.
They get there, all the car batteries die, all this shit starts happening. It starts getting really demonic really fast.
Yeah.
Like, and the demons kind of look lame. I will say that. So they all had like warts all all over their bodies and shit.
Yeah, they're all bubbly, warty, but not like scary. And long fingernails.
It's not really scary, it's just kind of gross.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And like when the demon possesses you, you immediately gain all these warts and the long fingernails, and there's no like time to grow it. It just happens. And like some of the deaths were cool, but most of them were kind of lame. Like one guy, this was the stupidest death. Who was it? Was it Dell?
Which death? I don't know what you're talking about.
His girlfriend got turned as they're trying to run from the farmhouse because they decided they can't spend another night there, and they got trapped in the fog, and she stabs him in the like forehead with her 4 fingernails.
Oh yeah, that was Dell. That was Dell.
So that was Dell, and right as he's about to die, he goes, "You know I loved you." I'm just like, God, that line sucks. Oh my God.
That kill's not bad though. The 4 fingers to the fucking
But it is kind of
skull.
bad because he has literal time to say, I loved you before he died. And then and then the demon goes, I loved you too. With the most horrible demon voice. God, it was so bad.
Oh God. Which there is actually one really famous demon extra in here that actually went under a pseudonym for this because his wife was the second assistant director of the film. Lou Diamond Phillips is actually one of the zombies in the movie.
Who's Lou Diamond Phillips? I don't know who that is.
He's a famous actor. He was most famous probably for the movie La Bamba. Like he did the biopic of La Bamba. And he was in a lot of TV shows like Numbers and stuff as like the Hispanic cop that comes in and everyone wants to fuck and he's super awesome and suave and he's that guy. But
okay. Yeah, I wish I was that guy.
Most people do.
So there's some select scenes in this that I really did like, and then most of the scenes are just kind of dumb. Like it's not terrifying enough. All the scary scenes, again, there's just ominous music playing throughout the entire movie. It seems like it's like trying to be like a weird teen drama, but then brings up these like crazy things. Like they go into the house and the whole thing starts shaking, and then it's weird because they all have guns, and I don't quite understand why they have guns.
Yes, some of the guns were in the house, but then a couple of especially
they brought them
firearms. They brought them several.
Yeah,
of
they
them
brought them with
guns.
them, and I'm like, okay, well, you brought these guns, and they're in the house, and it looks like pictures are getting shot off the walls, and I'm like, are they really wasting their bullets on pictures?
No,
on the walls?
They're just exploding.
But no, it wasn't.
The
well, they were exploding, but it honestly.
Yeah.
It looked like they were getting shot. They was even making the shooting of bullets sound, which was crazy.
I bet that's how they broke a lot of the glass and stuff. Instead of having like mini explosives, they probably just had like a BB gun that they were just like, shooting glass.
But you could hear it. That's the bad part. You could hear the gun going off. And I'm like, why are they shooting the wall? Stop shooting the walls, you idiots. You're wasting your bullets.
It wasn't the actual people in the movie. It was the cast.
Yeah. And the greatest part is there's a scene where zombies are coming up, and these two guys.
Oh, I love this.
They can't wake anyone up, but they're like, you know what? Let's leave the house and go investigate.
Well, they're also getting enticed to go outside, and there's
by
one girl who doesn't look like the normal demon. She's just full lingerie with just boobs out. Which this girl is actually
she's in like a dress that doesn't have a. Cups,
well, it's lingerie because it's got she's wearing like the lace stuff that goes underneath the boobs.
I guess I was focusing on her boobs a little bit too much.
Most people are.
Maybe that's the problem. It looks like a dress that just had like the boobs cut out, which was weird.
Yeah, it's a piece of lingerie. It's a
Is
type
that what
of
that was?
lingerie.
But it looks so uncomfortable too.
Most lingerie is uncomfortable.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah,
but her name's
just
Tiffany
showing her
Million.
tits out there, and they can see it, and they're like, I am probably between 18 and 27, so let's go.
Yeah, her name's Tiffany Million, and she is actually apparently a really famous glow wrestler. The gorgeous lady is of wrestling. And she did this movie after she retired from Glow, and then immediately went into porn after it.
Oh, okay, never mind. You were going to go porn star.
And her first porn movie was a version of Glow called Blow.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's topical.
It's so fucking funny, but yeah.
So yeah, she's just showing her tits, and these guys are like, "Yeah, let's go investigate."
Go investigate them titties.
Yeah, and they tried to wake people up, but they wouldn't wake up, which already should tell you, like, okay, I shouldn't go outside.
Something's going on. Something's bad.
Yeah, right. But they go outside with their guns. At least they brought their guns, and
they pull a back-to-back gun shooting gallery of fucking.
The best part is while they're out there, one guy goes, "Looks like we're in trouble, pal," and then the other guy cocks the gun and goes, "You sure said it." Just like it's a stupid.
I love that.
It was such a stupid scene. Like,
it's so good. It's so good.
Is it though? God, it's so dumb.
It's so bad. It's good. It's one of those.
Yeah, and they start like just killing zombies essentially, like, and that's it. And then the best part of this scene, my favorite part,
is it when he
scene,
roundhouse kicks?
Yes, he runs out of bullets, and he roundhouse kicks this like lady zombie thing, and she kicks off her fucking head, and I'm just like, immediately I go, Juto kick.
Just so good. We saw his amazing kicking skills earlier when the dick of the group, Dell, threw a beer can at him, and he hacky sacked it multiple times before roundhouse kicking it into Dell's face.
He looked him right in the eyes and goes, Roadhouse.
Yes, exactly. Exactly that. Yep.
Oh, God. It was just so stupid. It's such a dumb part. And then he like runs and he looks behind him and he's like, haha, I've made it. Like, and he even yells it. He's like, I think he says either I've made it or I did it or something of that nature, and then turns around and there's one like right behind him.
It's the same one, I think, too, or one of the ones he's been like tormented over and over again.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. God. Like all of them had like girlfriends and stuff there, and each one died in such a weird like. Yeah. They all died in such a weird order. It was hard to keep up which one was dating which at certain parts of the movie.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and like I said, a lot of them most of them were wearing denim.
Yep.
So it's really hard to tell.
All of them were blonde. I think there was one brunette, and all the rest were fucking blonde. So it's just hard to keep track of all these people, and they all they all kind of looked alike. They all looked like they were straight out of the fucking 80s.
And there's 10 of them, and they're intermingling and bouncing around and going everywhere.
And then again, 2 of them came later too. So then we have to remember fucking Billy and whatever the girl's name was. And I'm just like, God damn it! Like, you kill 2, keep it that way. Don't replace with fucking 2 more.
Well. And then we gotta laugh because, like, when some of this stuff's happening, Corey starts going through his grandma's shit and finds a journal because his grandma's ghost is, like, kind of guiding him throughout all this, too.
Yeah.
And then the journal's like, in the drawer under this drawer, there's 2 of the 7 knives of the blah, blah, blah. And these can, if you have all 7 knives, you can kill Satan's son. And I'm like, okay, so you need 7 of these knives. And apparently these knives are brought up in the Omen series, which I'm like, don't try to tie this a better series. Please don't.
Yeah, just stop.
But they just used them fucking willy-nilly on 2 of their friends who got possessed.
Yeah, but I mean, it worked. It cured one of them, but then killed the other one.
The other one, though, we gotta mention, because this is the most bizarre scene ever. It's the one where Elaine stabs the dude who got turned, and she stabs him, like, in the throat, and we can see a flash of light, and then all of a sudden he regresses to, like, 13, and then we see another flashlight, and he regresses to, like, a baby.
No, I think that's Corey. She did that to Corey.
No, it wasn't Corey, no.
Oh, I thought it was
Corey.
That was
John or whatever his name was.
All of these guys looked exactly the same, so I was so confused.
Yeah, Corey was in the other room.
Did he die?
Still. He did die, yeah. He just
disappeared. That's not what killed that guy? I just thought Corey went back into a regular
Elaine, because the other person that he stabbed with the dagger just morphed back into her normal human form and then was like, I shouldn't have blah, 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 and then died and then just vanished. This guy regressed to a teenager, then into a baby, and then just disappeared. And then we never saw him again.
Then turned into a dove.
Oh, yeah,
remember?
And then a dove, yeah.
He turned into a fucking dove and then flew away.
Yeah.
So he's somewhere out there. We're still looking for him.
Maybe he's that dove.
So, and this movie gets really weird at this part. I don't quite understand. So, essentially, the main character, like, they do a spell that makes him evolve like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because he gets like a weird head and weird ears. Kind of looks like the demons, only like a cleaner version without all the fucking boils and shit.
Yeah.
So it just gets really strange with that. And then he's like super strong and can fly and like magic. But for some reason, he's just like super like not confident about his abilities and doesn't want to fight the thing. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Wait, who can fly?
The guy, so he actually flew into the other guy. So flew into the demon.
Yeah, I guess he did.
So
and
this
like
is
fly
post
into
like
him.
them, all the demons becoming one somehow. I don't quite. Understand
that was
that whole thing.
So stupid because that one guy comes out and he's like,
he
come gather around, everybody, or whatever the fuck he's
like a pastor-looking dude, and he combines all the demons, and then they drain the life from one of the teenagers. Like, it gets really weird. She turns into a skeleton. It's really fucking strange. And then this guy, again, he evolves and he turns into this weird thing. And at one point, he goes into like his mind and sees his dad and then gets snapped out of it by his girlfriend who's getting attacked. And then she like hits this guy with a hot poker to stop the bad guy from attacking Corey. And then Corey, like, the bad guy turns around, goes towards her. Corey flies to the demon, hits him. He goes smashing into a wall. And then goes, get the book, and then just proceeds to beat the living shit out of this demon. I'm like, why do you need the book? You're winning.
Oh, yeah, and they did mention that he is the son of the devil when they morph all together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that thing that they need all 7 of the daggers for, apparently, which they didn't
find the 7 daggers, though.
No, they only had 2, and they never found
They
this
only
other
had
single
2.
one.
And
when they
ended up
used them,
killing it
they
with the book.
disappeared. Yeah, and they had this like Necronomicon book they were using spells from, and they both could read Latin. Everyone in the group could read Latin, apparently.
Yeah, they're all geniuses. They all took Latin in high school and college and majored in it, and they're currently like dead language experts, all working at the same museum. You know, it's pretty normal.
And I will say too, another way they tried to save money in this is they cut the sound for this on a Commodore computer.
Oh my god.
And then they also tried to use actual foggy days to save on money. So they didn't have a fog machine. They waited till it was foggy and then tried to immediately run and shoot.
They shot all of the fog scenes on the same day.
Probably, yeah.
So smart. The Commodore computer could only have like 5 sounds on it, couldn't it?
That's like what they shot
they
cut all the sound
computers.
on it, apparently. That's what
well, good, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, they this whole thing gets really fucked and really weird, and at the end of the movie they just defeat the demon and then go into the diner and defeat another demon. But I'm not sure how they knew the demon was in the diner. I guess I'm a little confused.
And it seemed like they broke the curse by defeating him, but then like they're not out of the curse because the girl in the gas station is a demon still. So like, is everything still in this like demon
I think that's
realm?
like there could be another movie kind of deal.
Yeah.
Something that they have at the very end of the movie, they're driving away from the diner after going in and killing a demon, and the girl, somehow they didn't see her, who is standing in the road where they drove past, is just watching them leave.
The one girl who just is always just like,
yeah,
at them throughout the
movie. So Steven is moving his arm back and forth for people just listening.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's this redhead girl that we see at the beginning of the movie when they're driving up, and she's like holding a stick and pointing at them as they drive by.
Yeah,
and we see her one more time at the end of the movie, but that's the only 2 times we see her, if I remember right.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because it reminds me of Family Guy, the Star Trek or Star Wars one.
Oh,
where the ship goes into the Death Star and the stormtrooper's aiming his gun at it, goes pew pew, gotcha.
Gotcha. Yeah. Do you want to go into ratings, or do you have any more you want to say about this?
I think that's it. This movie is just so fucking wildly strange and stupid, but I think that's all that I had. All the death scenes are pretty much the same. They do some cool stuff. Like I said, that tongue scene is really fucking wild. That one's actually really good. Yeah. That is the best scene in the movie for me. The doll scene is equally good, but a little bit lesser because the fact the other characters
just so
did not
weird.
turn around.
Yeah. It's just so weird.
The other characters didn't even try to save her, but at least in the tongue scene, some of them did.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, let's jump into ratings.
All right. I think I'm going to go with a son of a bitch 2. I think this is decent enough. Like, this is my 5th watch. I think this is dumb as hell, but this is especially if you watch a Riff Tracks version of it, whether it's the High on Life one or the Riff Tracks, or I can't remember if Mystery Science Theater also did it, or if you watch the Joe Bob Briggs version of it. Like, there's so many people who have touched this movie. It's iconic for a reason. I think it deserves at least one watch, but it's not going to be something you're going to enjoy. It's something you're going to want to rip apart.
Yeah, and this is just a movie. I would give it a lanky bitch, honestly. I did not like this. I sat through it.
I liked it more than Spiders.
I jumped up while I was watching this movie and did some dishes. Like, it was that level of boring for me where I'm like, oh yeah, I can go cook my food while this is on in the background.
It's annoying because like it is like less entertaining than even Ice Spiders. Like I found myself looking at the clock more while I was watching this, but it has higher highs. Like the moments where it has the actual horror tropes, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it.
It's just funny in Ice
stupid,
Spiders, especially those dumb scenes where he like pulls them in and stuff.
Yeah.
Those scenes are just fun to watch, and you're like, man, the acting is so bad. I could just sit here and rip on this movie the entire time. But in the Demon Wind, the problem is it's kind of grotesque. They really go on that like physical horror rather than the thriller horror elements, which I've always been more of a fan of thriller horrors.
True.
Because, you could watch anyone, like, how many heads do you have to watch get cut off before you're like, okay, I'm just like, I get it, they're going to cut off their head.
It depends on how they cut them off, because there's some movies that reinvent that shit.
And you're right,
it's wild.
but most of them don't. They don't fucking reinvent. They just do what everyone else has done. Like, this movie just didn't feel good enough for me to give it above 1.
Like, I'm so tired of seeing any scene where, like, someone gets sliced and then slowly...
Yeah, it falls.
Yeah, it's so like it was really cool in like Underworld and a few other movies where I first saw that, but after that, I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like,
yeah. It's wild. But yes, lanky bitch for me, son of a bitch for Steven.
Yep.
We hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. It was weird, but fun. I don't think you guys should watch it, but if you really want to, go for it. It's kind of shitty, but you do you.
Like I said, I definitely think most of you, if you're interested at all and you're watching this alone, watch the Rift Tracks version or the one from High on Life. Like, if you have the game, go ahead and watch it. You can literally sit in a theater and just watch it. It's great.
And listen
like,
to
it's
them
fun.
riffing as you watch it.
Yeah, like that's actually fun.
I'm actually excited for next week's movie, so let's go ahead and announce that.
I know. This is one you introduced me to a while back, and I had to bring it up again.
I love Rowdy Roddy Piper so
Rowdy
fucking
Roddy
much.
Piper.
He's one of my favorite wrestlers. So,
dude, after I watched this, I watched another one of his. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hell
he's
Comes to
so
Frogtown.
funny.
He's
Hell
so
Comes
good.
to Frogtown.
You can find this on Tubi if you want to watch along with us.
Yeah, you can find it on any shit site where you can find free shit movies. So let's all do it together, guys.
A lot of our movies are going to be on Tubi. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.